Hello everyone, this is Paul and welcome back to my channel, The Peculiar Paladin. And I've been procrastinating the 5th episode review for a while now because pretty much I didn't kind of like that episode, it kind of turned me off. Before you hit that dislike button, just on that one sentence, don't do it. Just be mature, just listen to my point of view and why I disliked it. And let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong and stuff like that. See, they had a chance to make this episode into two, because the episode has that kind of a pace. Well, like they kind of put like the fifth gear, and not just in a car, it's in a spaceship, just like the top gear, and then they're like going in light speed. I don't know why. It's not like they have the less production value of any sorts. They have high production, so they could have easily made this into two episodes. It's not like a big battle scenes that are going to be taking place like in the Spoils of War episode, where there should be like a dragon, Dothrakis and everyone running around, so the production value should be high. But this is like a normal Game of Thrones episode, like a political standoff. There are different meetups between people, everyone showing their power play, and they are tackling the army of the dead. They could have done this into two episodes. I don't know why they rushed it, and that's why I didn't do the review that easily. Like when I saw the episode on Monday, I got turned off. Like just like that, I got turned off. But my mojo is back because the leaked episode was satisfying to my taste, my pace, and it's cool. And I'm gonna do that on Monday exactly. I'll upload that review soon, Monday or Tuesday. But this one, I don't even have the full production here. That means like I don't like that episode that much to enough care. It's simple. That my production is simple. Let's like take screenshot of the episodes, record the video that is needed, and then just spread it around in the pace that I'm going to talk about the episode. And just the only thing that I'm going to be spending here is time, like 3 or 4 hours of time for everything, like 20-30 minutes of review. I don't even have that. I don't even have the layout. I don't even have the pictures running around me. I don't have the videos. No, I didn't do any of that because I didn't like this episode, guys. I'm sorry if that turns you off to my channel, but I want to be honest here. Only honesty can build a channel. I can lie my ass off. I can do it. I can have a fake smile and I can say, "Oh my God, this episode was fucking amazing." No, it wasn't. For two reasons. I don't care about the episode not having any battle sequences. I don't care about that. I want a singular pace throughout the entire 7 seasons. Like when I would start watching season 1 of Game of Thrones, and I didn't watch it for some other stuff. I watched it for the story. And after like watching 4 or 5 seasons of the pace that they took us into, I kind of liked it. And in season 6 they kind of started to raise up the pace, but it was fine. But even in season 7, I didn't like the pacing of the first 4 episodes. But it kind of like, alright, it was okay. I can survive it. But the 5th episode was like too much. Like they were like full force. This episode had the most kind of meetings between people that they haven't seen. For example, Jorah meeting Dany, Jon meeting Drogon, and Gendry meeting Sir Davos, Tyrion meeting Jaime, Bronn meeting Tyrion. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So there's a lot of meeting in this little 15 minutes episode, and they kind of thought, okay, this is so simple, like we can just do it, and we can just sprang up all the things and into one episode like 60 minutes long. It will be all right. I mean, come on, it was not all right. They needed huge deal of stuff. I mean, if they had cut down certain things or they've extended the thing, like I don't mind if the episode is 80-minute long. I don't mind if the episode is 90-minute long. But as long as it is correctly paced, I mean, they kind of should show everything in a perfect way. And then if they kind of finish that episode in that style, I would have accepted it. But the pacing is all wrong. The story, the screenplay, the content-wise, it's great. But the pacing is like, come on, I need more dialogues when in the end of the episode where everyone would meet everyone. The Magnificent Seven, that team formation that would go outside the wall, like Jon Snow, Tormund, Ser Jorah, and Hound, everyone, the Lord of the Light people. So that team of 7 people who are going outside the wall would meet for the first time, even Gendry included. So like everyone there would have a history between them. Like Jon Snow would have met Hound. The Hound would know about Sir Jorah. Jorah would know about some people, and Tormund would hate Jorah for his family name. A lot of the light people would have stolen Gendry and sold him off to the witch. So I mean, everyone there would have an history between them, and I at least needed like 20 minutes for that sequence alone to be taking place. Just get everything out of there, like get everything out there, and everyone speak it out. Just speak it out and speak out your mind so that everyone will understand everyone better. And in the next episode, obviously there's going to be a big fight scene, which I'm not going to spoil, but there's a big fight scene, and when it comes out, we will be invested more in the characters. Yes, given the fact we already are invested in these characters throughout the 6 seasons, but they are meeting and grouping for a while. You like them individually. I don't want Tormund to die. I don't want Ser Jorah to die. I don't want Jon Snow to die. But put them in a group. Okay, put them in a group. Like 4 people are there, and one of them needs to die. Who will die? Who will you accept? Will you then think about all the individual things, or will you think about it as a group? Okay, Jon Snow is obviously protected by the plot armor, so leave him out. Think about Jorah. Why is he there, even there? Why is he even protected by the plot? He's not protected by the plot. So what if he dies? I mean, they didn't even take the time, like spread it out just a little bit. And the other thing was Winterfell. It kind of got out of hand. I kind of hate the turning point. I mean, when we are invested so much in terms of the war between Cersei and Dany, that we are forgetting the point that Winterfell even exists. Like Jon Snow was the mediator, and now Jon Snow is like taking Dany's side, and is close to taking Dany's side in the 5th episode, and people are seeing it like, oh, okay, it's gonna be obvious. But then there's like there's a little bit of fight going on in Winterfell that kind of like annoys you, because that is not necessary. That's what I mean. That's not necessary at all. I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm not kidding. I wanted to make the full production review. I wanted to spend 6 hours of the day. I wanted to take all the screenshots. I wanted to take the video. I wanted to talk to you guys about a lot of things in this episode. But I kind of watched it again. Like, I watched it 2 or 3 times, but I couldn't watch it fully. Like, when I watched Spoils of War, I would be like a kid in a candy store. I would be like, yes, something is going to happen in the end, and that something is going to be fucking amazing. But in this one, I've been waiting for that meeting, the formation of the team, the Magnificent Seven. Oh my god, they're going to do it right. But so they'll be like sitting around, and then Hound would be like, are we fucking going to do this or not? And everyone would be like, yeah, we'll do this. Come on. Yeah, let's do this. Come on. Simple. I mean, why? You're better than this. Just spread it out. They could have done 2 episodes with this. 2 episodes. Pretty easily. I mean, it's not high production. It's not full combat and everything. It's just political games that Game of Thrones is special for. I mean, I really thought they would have spread this down a bit, because there are some important meetings that would take place in this episode. As I said, Jaime and Tyrion would meet after a long time, like after his father passed away, like 2 seasons later they are meeting, and they just finished up with like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. Like, I mean, I was expecting like a little bit more than that. Guys, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm really telling you, I hated this episode. You might hate on me, I don't care. You might hate on this video, I don't care. I'm just getting my point of view out there. They did a lot of things right. I mean, obviously the screenplay, obviously the story, but there was some missteps in the starting of the episode that I actually wanted to talk about to you guys. Then you hate on me. The first thing is Jaime escaping the war. Is Jaime escaping everything? Let me tell you, he's the commander of the Lannisters army. He's an important piece of the puzzle. Given the fact he's protected by plot armor right now, that doesn't matter. He should have taken by Dany as a prisoner. Let me tell you the story from my point of view, how I see this should have turned out. He was drowning in the heavy armor. Bronn taking him out was incredibly unlikely. let me tell you. But he did somehow do it, and they wouldn't show any of it. Again, the pacing was all wrong. They wouldn't show any of it. They wouldn't show him taking, Jamie underwater, trying to survive it, and then he's obviously going to end up there. Which, okay, if you showcase that, 2 minutes of that, I'll be happy. But no, he will just like the water scene would be there. Behind that place, behind where they would come up, there would be like the battle still going on. The fires would go off, the Dothrakis would be running around. So it was not that much of an escape. That's what I'm saying. What did I tell you after the 4th episode review? Jamie would be a prisoner of Dany 100%. Didn't I tell you that? But no, he just escaped pretty easily. Tyrion saw him. Dany saw him. Dany knew who Jamie Lannister is. And the dragon saw him. And imagine, in spite of all this, he escaped. I don't know how that happened, pretty much. But if you think about this, what if they took the story in this time around? In the same episode, after Jamie escaped, he would go and talk to Cersei. He would tell her everything that happened. Fine, cool. He would say we can't win this war. Obviously, he would tell the truth about Olenna. Fine. So these are the things that wanted to be happening in the episode. But the main thing would happen in the end, where Tyrion would meet with Jamie and say, look here, we need a peace right now. We need peace right now because the army of the dead is marching towards the 7 kingdoms. And if we don't help Dany and Cersei joins hands, we are screwed. So this is an important meet. Okay, imagine. So the same thing. Okay, the same thing. What if Jamie was captured by Dany after that war? He should listen to her 100%. Obviously, he would be a prime target for Dany to kill 100%. But Tyrion would be like holding her hand, saying, no, 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 keep him. He's an important asset. Because of him, Cersei would listen. If you burn him, you're not gonna make anyone listen. So they are holding him off as a prisoner in Dragonstone. And at the same time, Jon Snow is coming up with a plan to get a dead body of the dead to show Cersei that they are true. An idea from Tyrion. And Tyrion would not even have gone to King's Landing. That aspect of the things would not have been necessary. But again, they wanted to show more than Jamie and Tyrion meeting, and that kind of like screwed up the plan because like it was so fast. They would have taken 2 episodes to this, and okay, if he's not a prisoner, fine, he escapes somehow, and then he goes to King's Landing, and Sir Davos goes there, and just because of meeting Gendry, he goes there and he brings Gendry to the team. Cool. This should have happened. But what if it's like 2 episodes, and since Jon Snow is going there, Sir Davos is going to King's Landing, and they could have like kind of like separated. That should have been fine as well for everyone. But the pacing was again all wrong. This is a first misstep that they would do in the episode. And the second is the Tally's burned alive by Daenerys. I mean, she would lose her fucking mind after the war. She would be pissed off as hell at them for turning their sides. And the problem is, that's not the misstep. She can burn whoever she wants. She's the dragon queen. She's the mother of dragons. She has every right to do so. Cool, do it. But the political point of view, the Tarlys always supported the Targaryens. They supported the Mad King. And when they supported the Mad King, why can't they support Daenerys, who's not like a father? I don't know. It's not mentioned by Daenerys herself. Okay, she's not that politically knowledgeable. So Tyrion would have said, I thought Tyrion was about to say it, but he talks about his sister and how a misstep they took in terms of this decision. And I was like, what is happening right now? Where's the lore? Get your lore right, mate. This was like the first 10 minutes of the episode, and it already turned me off. I mean, like, the dragon is cool. Don't get me wrong. Drogon standing there, breathing fire on the 2 people that changed their minds was cool. And it would shout at everyone when Daenerys said kneel, they won't kneel, and then they would shout. And everyone would be like, all right, you're my queen, I changed my mind. And some people will still be there, not changing their minds, and then the Dracarys run would hear them, and the enemies would burn, and then they will be like, all right, cool, everyone would kneel, and she would have a victory there. fine. Missteps, talked about. Pissed off, talked about. But there are some cool things that are there in this episode. For example, Jon Snow would pet Drogon for the first time, and Daenerys would be shocked to see this because, I mean, no one has ever gotten close to her dragons like this. Tyrion would have gone this far, but he would have not like gone. He would have touched and everything, but Daenerys would not know about it. So here, like Daenerys would be on Drogon, and Jon Snow would be down there, and then he would pet the dragon. I mean, cool. And the dragon would, close his eyes and open his eyes, indicating that he knows that Jon Snow is his cousin. Cool. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about that is a cool thing is the reunions, as I said. Like Gendry, Baratheon would meet up with Ser Davos, and Tyrion would meet up with his brother, and Jon Snow would meet Gendry, and Tyrion would meet Jorah, Jorah would meet Dany, and everything is like coming together in this episode, and they didn't have the time to put the brakes on. It's like the brakes didn't work. It's like, Sir Khaleesi is your friend. He says he's your friend. Jorah would be coming on, and then it's like, oh yeah, okay, he's my friend. And there would be a hug for 10 seconds, and then that's like that. Cut. Next, let's go to the next part. Jorah would arrive in this scene, in this episode, would leave in this episode. That never happens in Game of Thrones. They would take their time. Pacing is everything, guys. Right now, obviously the episode will not get a bad review or bad ratings because, come on, obviously it's going on a steamroll right now, knocking everything down on its path. It's on a roll, and people will obviously watch it. Obviously, I watched it like 3 times, so don't question my fandom for the show. But one thing I gotta tell you guys, I've written notes for this episode, which I never do. I saw spoils of 4 times, and I know everything in this in that episode, like from start to end. I know what happened, and I all know like the dialogues that came into my mind, like the ones I showcased you guys. But in this one, I just don't remember everything in the right order, so I took notes, and I can't even read it from that because there's so much, like there's like 20 or 22 things that would have happened in this episode. In Game of Thrones culture, that's like 11, 2 episodes, or 3 even. Take your time. I mean, 10 episode long season has been cut down to 7, so we might have expected these things to be happening, but there's no reason for them to cut short this. Like, they should have probably taken the 10 episode route in this one, and then in the next one they could have probably dealt with like 6 episodes, 2 hours long. That should be fine, but they should have at least extended the episode. That's what I'm getting at. Even though they can't do 2 episodes, they could have extended it like for half an hour extra, and then they could have showcased everything. Just more dialogues. That was missing. Like when their team would meet for the first time, the Magnificent Seven. That's my name that I kept for them. They are magnificent. They should have done more stuff. They should have talked more stuff. They should have but I don't know. What do you guys think? There's a lot of other things, cool thing that happened in this episode, which I'm not going to talk at all because I got turned off about this episode so long ago that I even talked to my friends about this. Like, mate, this was so fast. I didn't like the pace, and he was like, no, stuff happened. Yeah, stuff happened, but I don't know, guys. I wanted to spend time on this review, but tomorrow 6th episode is coming out, and I didn't want to skip an episode, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about, even if it's bad, if I talk about it, so we can have an argument. Like if you say no, it's cool, it's good, let me know in the comments down below, guys. And if I was wrong, please let me know. Don't be hateful in terms of like that. Just have a adult conversations. Let's have an adult conversations. Let's just talk it through. Let's just talk this one through. I like the episode. Obviously, I like every Game of Thrones episode there is, but it was a little bit extensive, and I didn't like the Winterfell part, not one bit. No one does. And if you guys have a different set of viewpoint, let me know in the comments down about it as well. So let's have a separate conversation for everything. Like King's Landing, cool. Dragonstone, cool. Winterfell, nope, no, not happening. And Sam, the character from the Citadel, cool. And so like that, we can have a conversation about that individually. So we will get to the bottom of the point where which part was a mistake in the episode, which part should have been done really well. So we can narrow that down for fun. You might ask, why would we do that? Because it's a fandom, so we have to do this. Thank you guys. Hit that like button if you like this video. Share the video with your friends. It was not a review more than a rant or rambling. I don't care about any of that. But in all honesty, if this is an actual review, so I'm gonna give this episode 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10, just above average. Just barely escaping the realm of 5 or 4s, because it had some cool moments and dialogues of some in certain places were so amazing that the zingers, so it had its stuff. And the 6th episode, I already seen it in the leaked version, and it's 10 out of 10. I'm telling you right now, I am confident in that. 10 out of 10, and I'm gonna watch it with a high quality when it comes out actually, and I'm gonna support HBO on that, and I'm gonna bring you guys the review on Monday or Tuesday, guys. So wait for that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Share the video with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel for everything that is movies, TV shows, reviews, and everything. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.